You can buy a Grumpycast shirt right now at grumpycast.spreadshirt.com. They are cheap and affordable. I'm sorry, they're inexpensive and affordable. They're not cheap. There's a big difference. Again, that's grumpycast.spreadshirt.com. Buy 1 or 30 right now.
What can we buy from you?
You can buy shirts from me as well at prowrestlingtees.com/joeyimage. There's 9 designs, and you should buy at least 9 of them. At least 1 of each.
This is Grumpycast with Daryl Skeels.
Where's Mars? Well, it's in the constellation of Constantinople.
And Joey Image.
Need a price on new fresh rainbow-flavored tampons? Rainbow-flavored tampons?
And now, here they are.
Not only are they rainbow flavored, but they're fresh. You wouldn't want to know.
I just noticed that. I don't think I ever knew I said that part. I always thought it said rainbow flavored, but thankfully they're not cute.
We are the... Wait, are you frustrated, pissed off, or feeling just fine? Are you unable to speak? Join us, grumpy guys, as we talk about random things. We are the internet...
Yes, we are. What he just said, that's what we are. We're also...
And we're a couple of guys sitting in barber chairs talking about our lives. We don't really have barber chairs, although probably one's on order. And one of us is a retired pro wrestler wearing spandex. The other is a non-pro wrestler not wearing spandex.
We are the leaders and innovators of internet grumpcasting. I wanted the language to sound consistent with whatever you tried to say. So not only are we that, but we are also on Alpha Geek Radio, thanks to Todd and Alpha Geek Radio.
Yes. And I am me. I'm Daryl, too.
And I am also just one guy.
And do you have a name?
Yes.
And that is...
I thought you were just asking me if I had one. I wasn't sure. Well, it's Joe.
Okay.
Or Joey. It's not Guy, even though I just said I'm Guy. I'm not. I'm a guy. My name is not Guy.
You're not You're not Guy Smiley from Sesame Street.
Forgot about Guy Smiley. That's funny.
Chit chat.
I was going to say one quick thing. I meant to ask this last week, but the intro where you say the Constantinople thing. What was the context of that conversation?
Oh, I think it was because I don't like constellations. I think they're amazingly stupid and they serve no purpose and they're just made up stupid things. I mean, you could draw anything on a piece of paper, hold it up to the sky and say, this is up in the sky. You could say
that was way before I came aboard, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was.
I recognize it, but I meant to, well, not just last week. I always mean to ask you that and I forget about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really torture me. It's so stupid. Because I can never find these things. Look for the hunter with his bow and arrow. What? There's nothing like that up there.
Oh, it's just connect the dots. There's people making up stuff.
Yeah, connect whatever the hell dots you want. You make whatever you want. It's just stupid.
Doesn't mean the whole world sees it, though.
Yeah, nobody sees it. Why do they? And they're everywhere. NASA puts out diagrams with these stupid drawings up in the sky, and you're supposed to find Venus by them or something. It's stupid and crazy. I don't get it.
What's weird to me about it is that if I look up where I am, am I seeing the same chunk of sky that you are 3,000 miles away from me?
I think it's approximately this. It is different, but it's approximately the same. But I guess if you go on the opposite side of the Earth, it'll be totally different.
But that's what I mean. So if I look up and see the Big Dipper, for example, how the hell can some guy in the other part of the world see it? It's 2 different pieces of sky.
Yeah, well, if you're in Australia, you see something totally different. But you know what? If you look up in the sky and see a cannon firer man or whatever constellation there is, if somebody in Australia looks up in the sky, they can also see cannon firer man, but it's different stars. So What the hell good is this stupid system of constellations? They make no sense.
Right. That goes to what you just said, and what I said goes to your point of it doesn't really mean, it's just made up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's not even science. So abandon this stupid thing. NASA. I want to slap you. This is not science. This is
What a bunch of
dumb.
assholes they are.
I got to remember that. That's good.
I stole it, but that's right.
Anyway, this is good chit chat. I like this better than what I wrote down.
Well, it's just because I forgot for like 8 weeks in a row to ask you what that was all about.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did because people probably wonder what the heck that came from. So that's good. Anyway, my chit chat thingy is I just got back from taking the kids to get flu shots because their grandmother always freaks out and, oh, everybody's going to die if they don't get flu shots and worry, nag. And so we do that to satisfy her. So that's done and I'm glad.
I don't think I haven't gotten a flu shot in a while. Although I have gotten the flu, so
That'll
whose fault
teach
is
you.
that?
I get mine tomorrow morning at work at 7 a.m.
Your flu shot or your flu?
The flu shot, I hope.
Oh. I was always leery of that stuff because, like, they're giving a bunch of other people flu shots. Like, I feel like if I go in that little portable, contaminated unit thing, I'm gonna get sick just walking in there.
Well, it's not
They used to do it at my
contaminated,
work,
though.
too, but I don't know that. I thought when they give you a flu shot, they're actually shooting you up with a little bit of the flu.
Well, they
But
are,
not
but
enough to make you sick.
it's specially bred flu that is missing the DNA
Bred
that
flu.
makes it work. So it's actually just an empty shell, so it doesn't do anything.
Is bread flu like bird flu? You said specially bred flu. Like, I know what you mean, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, they just duplicate this stuff and then they put a. I don't know exactly, but it's something like this. Then they put it in.
It's amazing to me if they can replicate the flu without the active ingredient. Then why don't they just get rid of it?
Well,
Like,
they could
find
get
out
rid of
where
their.
Where does it live?
It lives in their petri dishes and their test tubes.
Then they need to destroy all the petri dishes in the world, so the flu is extinct.
Oh,
Like, why-
well. Yeah, well,
I'd gladly trade the flu into extinction if we could have back dinosaurs.
That's a good question, though. Where the heck does the flu go? I mean, if it's not flu season, where does it go? Does it go hide? Does it go in a cave?
It's like hibernates like a bear for
Yeah.
a few months, and then once it's flu season, whatever the hell that means, it just comes back.
Yeah, it goes.
It's like flu. The flu is like a TV show. Like, it comes in seasons.
It's got
like, what's-
producers and directors and set decorators and all that.
Yes, and they're all in those mobile contamination units that we see in Resident Evil that we don't think are real, and then we go to work at 7 a.m. and they're like, "Hey, we have a needle, 14 inches long for you. We're gonna stab in your arm." Oh, thanks. It comes out the other side of my arm. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, and then they don't inject the stuff because they just make it squirt into the air.
I always wondered that too. How much good working vaccine is wasted when they shoot the thing in the air to make sure the needle's working? They can't even
do they do
it
that?
into a. They should do it into a germ-free bowl so they can suck it up again later.
Ew, that would be yucky. I can imagine things from the air settling in that, and you get injected with spider fibers or whatever.
I like things from the air as like a podcast name.
We should change this to Things from the Air. That's a good title. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, I did my thing, flu shots. So let me do this.
Oh, chit chat. Okay, I didn't even know where we were. I
don't know
iced
where
tea
I
on
am
Friday
either.
night. Not lemonade, iced tea. Mm-hmm. It was very amazing and interesting and educational. It wasn't. Everyone listening, I'm assuming, knows who iced tea, and watching is, I assume, knows who iced tea is before the Geico commercial. So I knew it wasn't going to be a concert, but the description that I found of the event said it was a lecture, and the tickets were free, and it was at a local college. So I figured, what the heck? I haven't seen Ice-T live since 1994, and this might be cool to check out, even though it's not a concert, it's a lecture. But it was really cool. It was just like a live interview, and then he just spoke like life advice afterwards. It was super interesting, and it was not like you hear like the one of the godfathers or one of the creators or founders of like West Coast LA, South Central LA gangsta rap. And then he's like talking about like raising your children properly and not saying certain things like on social media to get yourself in trouble and blah blah. It was not something that I would expect him to be talking about, but it was so cool. And I don't know him personally or anything like that. I've never met him or anything like that, but once in a while I'll tweet him or I'll tweet something with his name tagged in it. And I didn't know that he was a wrestling fan. So he mentioned this during the show. So I tweeted after the thing. I'm like, I had no idea you're a wrestling fan. That's really cool. And he was like, oh, it's cool that you do independent stuff and try to get your name out there and blah, blah, blah. I didn't go into the whole story about how I don't do it anymore and I got hurt and all that stuff. But it was a really cool event. And it was cool that he took the time out afterwards to respond to myself and a bunch of other people that were cool. I mean, that were that had enjoyed the show or whatever.
Yeah.
And, it was just cool. It was a fun time. It was very, I don't know what the word is. Not abnormal, but it was very not what I expected. But it ended up being really cool. The only thing that sucked was that he took pictures afterwards, and the pictures, because it was at a college, the pictures were for students only, and I don't have a student ID. I'm not a student, so I couldn't get one. But whatever. But hey, the tickets were free, and it was only, 17 or 18 miles from our house, so me and Angela and I went, and it was really cool.
Wow, that sounds like fun. And unexpected.
He talked a lot about SVU, obviously, because he's been on Law and Order SVU for like 15 or 16 years or something like that. But other than that, like TV talk stuff.
Oh,
everything
that's
was
right.
Like yeah. Other than like the TV show talk stuff, which wasn't very long, the rest of it was all like life advice and I don't know what's the word what's the word for people that go out and talk to people and it's cool and everyone gets excited and motivational speaking.
Oh yeah,
It was a lot of that. It was very, very different.
Wow.
Or not, I shouldn't say different. It was very not, like I said, not what I expected. I don't know what the word is for that, but it was really cool and very interesting.
That would be unexpected.
I guess. I guess that does make sense.
That really gets my goat.
Okay, as if we haven't done enough of this already.
So talking?
The Max, a Mac. Oh, I'm just getting all grumpy now. The Mac's delete key. I mean, it's just a little thing, but it really bothers me. The Mac. Maybe you can remap the way the keyboard works. I don't know. I've tried to look for ways to do it, but I don't see anything. When you hit the delete key, you're typing stuff and you hit delete, the Mac's delete key moves to the left and deletes stuff where you came from. Does that make sense? I think
don't understand what.
Well, I'm saying it anyway. It does that instead of sucking the text from the right.
Oh, I know what you're saying. It backspaces instead of deletes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like on Windows, backspace goes to the left and gets rid of whatever you just typed, but delete comes from the right and gets rid of what's in front of it.
Is that right? Now I want to test it out.
Yeah, if you do delete, it gets rid of what is beyond the cursor at that point.
Yeah.
So if you look at the show notes, I'm doing it now. Or if you do backspace, it goes backwards.
Wait, where? I don't even see the cursor.
Oh, I'm in the show notes.
Yeah, I'm there. Oh, I see. Are you okay?
Yeah, so if you do, so this is delete. So delete gets rid of the stuff on the right.
Right, and that's what I want.
And backspace is the stuff on the left.
Yeah, so delete is not delete on a Mac. It's a backspace. And
is there a separate backspace key then?
No.
I've never used the Mac. I don't. You know, like the only stuff I've used is like iPhone and iPad. That's really it.
You can move the cursor right and left. Oh, you can you? I don't know.
So you have to move it right and left into the space you want and then delete.
Yes, and I hate that.
And Mac delete is Windows backspace, which is weird.
Yeah.
I understand that they're different formats, and Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were not the best of friends, but Jesus, can we agree on one thing?
Yeah.
You know? Can you just make delete work the way it works everywhere? Can it be the same thing?
I didn't even realize that delete and backspace were they were two separate keys on a PC. I didn't even realize that till just now.
Yeah.
And do I ever use delete on a PC?
Some keyboards don't have it. Like I used to have a Logitech Bluetooth keyboard that was just the keyboard part. Like it didn't have like the arrow buttons or the number pad on the right or anything like that. And that didn't have like the home and delete and page up, page down, stuff like that. It didn't have that. So I guess they don't all have it, but most of them do.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm not done fighting this thing. I'm going to figure out how the heck to go backwards and actually do backspace. When people say hit delete, delete, they don't mean that. They mean backspace.
Yes, correct.
I don't like that. Okay. Anyway, I'm
It
done.
gets confusing when people say that. When people don't realize that they're two separate, like at least on a PC, they're two separate buttons, and someone says, "All right, delete that," and they don't mean delete that; they mean backspace.
Yeah. And there's another thing that bugs me that's very similar. When people say backslash, when they really mean slash.
Yeah, is it the same thing, right?
No,
Backslash?
it's not the same thing at all.
Then
Backslash is one where the top is to the left and the bottom is to the right, and a slash is below the question mark.
Yeah, right. Because when I write out the date, I write slash. like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So
Yeah. Question mark is slash. The other one's backslash.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that should be very clear. Nobody should be confused about that, but yet they are anyway.
I think what's confusing about it is the fact that backslash is kind of, at least in this country, we read from top to bottom and left to right. So if you look at it, it's going from top to bottom. It's going to the right. It's facing the right. You know what I'm saying? So it looks backwards. I don't know what the hell I just said.
Well, I think what you said is what makes sense. That the backslash is that way.
It looks like it's drawn
Backwards.
forward. Yeah, because in this country we read from left to right, so it's drawn to the right, which means if you're reading it in text, it's actually facing forward.
But that's a slash. Or am I? No, okay, now I'm confused.
Oh well, because you're seeing my camera backwards.
No, I'm not even looking in. Oh, yes, I am looking in the camera, but I'm looking at my keyboard most of all.
Yes, I understand.
I don't. Okay, what's next? You're next.
You know what? Speaking of that, before we move on, what is the name of the whatever punctuation is above the backslash on a keyboard? So it's got like the enter and then the backslash and then that little. It's like two dot.
Yeah,
it's not like
two
cookie,
vertical
but
lines.
what is that?
I call that a bar.
Okay. So what is it used in real life? Like I've only ever seen it used on a computer or in print, like online. I've never actually seen someone use it. Like I wasn't taught it in school or anything like that. Like I've never seen anyone write that, like handwrite it. I've only seen it like online or in print.
Yeah, I think for programming it's used.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, then it's irrelevant to me. Get it off my keyboard.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Pricks. Anyway. I just got really mad at the keyboard. Where are we at?
It's your turn for goat.
Yes. My grump this week is people who suddenly dislike something just because they didn't get their way, which is very, very babyish to me. And I'm just going to pull this out of the air. Let's just say that maybe this happened a couple days ago. I don't know. And somebody wanted something and they kept asking for it a lot, like maybe month after month. And then when they didn't get their way, or when they realized they weren't going to get their way, suddenly, well, it's crap anyway. It doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, then why did you break your chops for so much? So I'm trying to be cryptic and not give away what I'm talking about. It's not something that the people involved want talked about publicly, but whatever. But people catch my drift.
Just say it's my son because he does that.
Like, I don't know if I do that, and if I do, I don't realize it. But like, it's like saying, "Hey, I want." I don't know. All right, I'll use my wrestling career for example. If I say I want to get booked on a wrestling show for whatever company for 5 or 6 months, and then finally the promoter tells me, "Hey, we're not interested," or they don't tell me anything, I just kind of figure it out. Like, hey, I guess I'm not going to get booked by whatever Daryl's Wrestling Federation. I suddenly say, "Oh, well, that place sucks anyway." Well, where's the logic? It sucks so bad that for 6 months I broke your balls trying to get you to book me. And now that you won't, I suddenly don't want it. Like, I don't know. It's just man up and say, "Oh, well, I didn't get it. That sucks. I'll go for something else instead." Or it just bothers me when people cannot admit defeat. I guess that's the whole point of this. If you can't admit defeat, then it's I don't think you're mature enough to be in the battle to begin with.
Yeah. I think it might be people's way of making themselves comfortable with their loss.
It's the deflection of rejection, essentially.
Okay.
You're being rejected and you're trying to like deflect it. Like, that doesn't matter. It's whatever. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be hurt, so you're just deflecting it.
Right. So not to coin a phrase, but I think it's like the deflection of rejection.
That's kind of like whatever it was I said earlier that I don't remember. So
backspace and delete are two different keys.
No, I said something else that rhymed. I don't remember what it was now.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
people
I just realized this Unicornia and Rainbows and Unicornia is like a cheap ripoff of the Simpsons theme.
I get that.
Like a weird inverted Simpsons theme. But they won't take us off YouTube for it, so there's that.
I guess we'll find out after this one gets uploaded.
Yep. And hopefully it'll turn out so we can.
Now they'll hear that. Now we're going to get kicked off.
I doubt it. Where are we? Oh.
We are at goats. Oh,
yeah,
no, actually,
we're at Rainbows and Unicornia.
Raincorn and Uniboia.
Oh, I got something in my Unicornia. The Max, no, I already did that. The cord cut TV, cord cutting.
I like that, cord cut TV. That should be, we should do another show. We should do things, we should do Grumpycast, use things in the air and cord cut TV.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, there's already cord cutters.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, Tom, and it's probably more successful than us.
Yeah.
Well.
That's cord killers.
Damn it. Oh, I thought it was a cord cutters.
No, because I think that one was taken. So anyway, it's way better than cable since I moved and didn't get cable. I've done everything online.
Considering that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just concentrating all the good stuff in one place.
What do you have? I mean, what company do you have, or what provider do you have?
You mean for internet?
Yeah.
Well, it's Comcast, which is also the TV provider. So really, I guess I'm not really cutting them out.
Well, you can cut out cable though and just keep the internet service.
Right. So that's what I have.
Yeah, that's what we're. That's what you did. You got rid of cable TV.
Yeah, I have no cable. I just have internet, and it's like $50 or something. Instead of $200 or whatever the cable is.
Yeah, see, we pay, or I pay the bill every month. It's a little bit over 100. It's almost 160 every month.
Yeah.
We have cable, internet, and we have the home phone thing because the triple play deal was cheaper than each one individually. But I don't know what the hell the phone number is. We don't even know what the number is. There's no phone in any of the walls or anything. It just exists because it was cheaper. So, but what I want to do is get rid of the phone and get rid of the TV and just keep internet and get. I'm looking at getting PlayStation View now because they have like 5 different tiers, and the most expensive one is only $70, which will be still less than half of what I'm paying now.
Yeah,
which is great.
That does sound like a good deal. If I had a PlayStation, I'd probably do that.
You don't need one, actually.
What?
They just added it to Roku and something else. I think they just added like a native. You could do it through the website, I believe.
Where are my pieces of paper? I need pieces of paper around here. I gotta write this down.
Basically, what it is that they give you even their lowest tier is, I think, $20 a month, and that's got like, it doesn't have a lot. It's like, I don't know, 30 channels maybe, something like that. But between myself and Angela, we watch maybe 5 different networks. So it's not even like, I don't even need the $70 package. That's just the highest one that they have. It's and they sort of do like an a la carte version where you can buy one package and then add other channels to it just off a list if you want. And it's like the other ones are like $2 a month or $3 a month or whatever, depending on popularity. But and they do a free trial. I guess it's a 1-month trial or whatever. So I may end up just doing that alongside of cable just to see what it's like. And then if I like it, we'll dump cable. But we have to call and see what kind of package we have. And I don't know if we have a commitment or whatever. If we do, then obviously we can't do anything. But still, if we don't, I'd like to look into it. I was looking at Sling TV for a while too, but I've heard a lot of
I got
great.
that. That's one of the things I have.
I heard that they're not that great. There's a lot of lag and a lot of app crashing on Roku and iOS.
Huh, because I use that on Roku and it's just fine.
Really?
Yeah, at first, none of the channels showed up. It took probably 20 minutes or a half hour for the channels to show up at first. But then once they were there on the Roku, it was all fine.
Yeah.
So I'm watching tons of stuff. I stay up super late and I'm tired all day and I have bloodshot eyes every day because I'm up watching really great stuff that I never even knew was there, or I just never...
It's like discovering TV all over again.
Oh, exactly. And it's great. I like it way better than cable. And it's less.
We have to look into it. Sling TV is like $20 or $30 or something like that. I don't remember.
No,
I
think it's 15.
I guess it depends on what package you get.
Oh yeah, there's a couple different ones.
They just came out with a new one also that's like 45. That's got a whole bunch of stuff. It's got less channels than PlayStation Vue. PlayStation Vue has got 100. Their highest tier, the $70 one, has got 115 channels. And
I've started to not worry about quantity because you get cable, you get 1,000 channels, but
there's nothing on.
990 of them are junk.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, Angela and I, between the two of us, we watch maybe 5 different networks. And I looked at PlayStation Vue last night, and they have, like, compare our packages, and it's got, this is the base here, and then this is the one tier up and one tier up. And if I remember correctly, everything that we watch is in the base, which is, like, the one that was $20 a month. So if we can give that an internet, I mean, that would cut our bill dramatically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great stuff. Let's see. What do I watch on there? I've now watched... There's movies on there, too. So I've watched... I think it was The Wolverine, which is... I think it's from 2013.
Oh, yeah.
And that was really good.
I haven't seen that yet. I have it somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't even seen any X-Men stuff or Wolverine stuff. And so now I can start watching X-Men stuff, and I think I'm going to get into that. And, of course, Captain Picard's in there.
I should add you to my Plex server. Do you use Plex at all?
No.
Or do you know what it is?
Don't even know what it is.
All right, I'll explain it to you off the air. It's really long. All right, long story short, it's like a personal Netflix. So instead of connecting to Netflix, you'd be connecting to my PC and watching all my stuff.
Oh, that's weird. I like it.
Yeah, I'll explain it later. I have a whole ton of stuff, and it's cool.
Yeah. So I've watched all of Mr. Robot. I've watched all of Designated Survivor, which is a new thing with the guy from 24.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, and it's really great.
You watched all season 1 and 2, Mr. Robot?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't finish 2 yet. But I've seen all of 1 and the first, like, 4 or 5 episodes of 2.
And the neat thing about when I was watching Mr. Robot is I got to the end of season 1, and then I tried to watch season 2, and it wanted to charge me some big amount to buy the season. But then I went, let's see, where did I go? Well, there's so many places. I mean, there's alternatives.
Well, stuff like that. Like that show specifically, you can go to usanetwork.com and watch the full episodes through the website.
Yeah, I think... No, that's not what I did. I went to Sling TV and watched it there because the USA channel or whatever wanted to charge me $1 zillion.
Well, I guess... Oh, yeah, because if you don't have a cable provider, you have to pay through the website.
Yeah, but
That
there's
sucks.
a little secret. Because I used to live somewhere else and and I had cable there, I have the password and stuff. So
Yeah.
for some things, I do that and I do that. Or actually, I don't do that. I would never do that. What else? And then, of course, I can watch regular... Oh, and I got CBS All Access, which...
Oh, that's cool.
There's a cheap version, like $5 or something, where you get commercials, but so what? And it has a neat... Oh, I love this. There's a little thing up in the upper left corner that tells you how many commercials are in this little stretch. So
that's cool.
If it says...
it says like 1 of 2 or something.
Right, exactly.
that somewhere
So if
before.
it says 1 of 6, I can go get something to eat or go away and then come back. Or if it says 1 of 1, I'll just stay there.
Can you sign into CBS All Access with your cable provider and do it that way, or
No, it's
it's
an
only a separate subscription?
Yeah, it's only
I didn't know
separate.
that.
So,
Oh,
and
well.
that's where they're going to show Star Trek when it comes out in May.
Only on CBS All Access?
Yep.
That's cool.
They're going to show 1 episode on regular CBS, and then the rest of it will be on All Access.
That's kind of a cool little incentive to get people to sign up.
Yeah. So I've been watching Survivor there and other CBS things. And then also, let's see, what else? Then I get... Oh, Over the Air is great, too. I thought I was out of luck watching local sports like the Seahawks, which my dad helped name, but that's a whole different story.
I think we've talked about that once before.
Yeah, I don't want to bring that up too much. But anyway,
Did you get an antenna? Did you buy like an external antenna or anything?
I didn't even have to buy anything. I just stuck a piece of wire to the back of the TV, and I can get over-the-air stuff super easily.
Oh, you gotta show me how you did that, because I bought an antenna. I bought an antenna. It's actually right behind me, but it's wait. It's I'm trying to, there we go. That box right there with the black square on it.
Uh-huh.
That's the antenna box. Hooked it up. I got it. It only found 8 channels. It says on the thing like we'll find like it says like for 20 to 35 channels or something like that. It found 8 channels. 7 of them were not in English. So I was like, you know what? Can we return this thing? That was like a month ago. She hasn't returned it yet. Angela paid for it, so she has the receipt and everything. I was so here, just return this. I'm not going to use it. It doesn't work. So that's like a month ago. She hasn't returned it yet. So I don't know what the hell we're waiting for. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
But if there's some other way, because the thing is, like, we have cable. We have 2 cable boxes, one in the bedroom, one in our living room. I don't have one in here on this TV next to me because I don't really watch TV in here. Like, I'll watch wrestling on Monday nights. Sometimes in this room if I'm doing work on the PC or whatever, but I can watch that through USA Network's website. Otherwise, I can't watch any TV in here because I don't have a box or anything. So I thought, hey, if I get an antenna, at least I can get 2579 or whatever, the local CBS, ABC, NBC, whatever. But I couldn't get. I got like Al Jazeera channel and like some other. I don't know what the hell it was. And some of it weren't even actual numbers. They were like, or they were numbers, but they were like fraction of numbers, like channel 6.1.
Oh yeah, I get that stuff too.
Yeah, that's so weird. I had no idea any of that stuff even existed.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like there's a main channel, and then they own
like
other
sub-channels.
Yeah, other sub channels to that main one. It's
Angela
weird.
gets that in her car with radio. Like she'll go to whatever 100.3 is like one of the popular New York stations around here. So she'll go to that, and then on the right it'll say Stream 2 or Signal 2, and it'll still be 100.3, but it'll be completely different station.
Weird.
It's so I don't understand where that comes from, but I didn't know that sub channels existed under like the main parent channel.
Yeah, that's weird.
Most of those weren't in English either.
Yeah, we get lots of Mexican stuff here. I don't know why. We're near Canada. We should get Canadian stuff. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing this.
Do you have any last?
Wait a minute here. I just took over my whole thing and then figured
That's okay.
it just went forever.
That's okay. It's not a big deal.
Okay, rewind.
My rainbow this week is I have been asked to take part or be a part of a new wrestling venture. Not really new. Well, yeah, I guess new. It's about a year old. It's a company that's been doing or did a big convention last year, a big autograph convention with like 150 big famous stars, and then there was a show in the middle, and then afterwards there's more autographs and pictures and blah blah blah. So I know the person that started it, and she has asked me to be a part of it, and I'm very excited about it. And tomorrow night is we have a conference call meeting tomorrow. I don't know. We're doing it through I forgot to get the software. That reminds me. We're doing it through some kind of software I'd never heard of, but it's like 6 or 7 of us with a couple of people who I can't name yet because they're still on television. So I shouldn't really be. I can't really say who it is, but There's some notable names in there, wrestling names at least, that will be part of this, and I'm very excited about it.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
It should be, yeah.
You get paid a lot. Are you going to make your fortune doing this?
Yes, I hope so.
That would be nice. Okay, can I do this now?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any last words?
We do have last words from not the guy that's listed in there, but from Dave Podnar. I need to make a bumper especially for him because I like Podnar.
He's a good dude.
Yes, with an interesting name. And I guess I'll just play
I like
it.
that he has part of podcast in his name. I like that.
Yeah, and then
I appreciate that.
then anything that ends with AR or OR is instantly an alien robot type name. I don't know what he said because I haven't listened to it, so I'll just play it.
Hey, Daryl and Joey, it's Dave. A grump about today, or something that happened today, actually. At work, we run, one of the things we do where I work, we run student competitions for engineering students so they can build things like mini Baja cars. Very cool, very neat. We had 3 different competitions, 100 teams each. The numbers do matter. Open to registration, boom, we get flooded. Website stays up, everything runs great. 2 of the 3 competitions sell out within 3 minutes. I mean, it's iPhone like how many people want in this thing. And then all of a sudden, we sell out of everything within 10 minutes. The wait lists are even sold out. Everyone's happy the website stayed up. I get a call 45 minutes later from a person from a university saying, I took a day off of work. I did everything right. We had people here and I couldn't get through your website. Well, I told him, I'm sorry. It was busy. It sold out within 3 minutes. He said, well, I did everything right and it didn't work out. So what are you going to do to fix it? At that point, I wanted to tell him, I'm sorry, you little pretentious little... Sometimes life happens where you do everything right and bad things happen. It's life. Deal with it, you little 20-year-old little snot-nosed brat pencil neck geek. But I couldn't say that, of course. No, I would get fired. So I asked for some help from the people running Collision Design to see if they could do it, and they basically told me the exact same thing. We're sorry, but it's just the entitlement of, I did everything, so everything should turn out. Well, it doesn't always work that way. You could do everything and things don't work out. Deal with it. It's called life. You got the next 40 to 50 years of your life to deal with it. Good luck, kid. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Well, I guess that guy never tries to go to BlizzCon or any other super popular conventions. Not Dave, but the 20-year-old guy.
I like when people are like that. They think like they're the only customer and you're supposed to answer to them immediately and blah, blah, blah. Like, I deal with that at my job once in a while.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's like, you're not the only person that I have to deal with every day. So, if I had 20 copies of this and they all sold out, then don't complain. What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to tell you, sorry, they're all sold out and I can't help you. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much I should say. I guess I'll just say the whole thing.
Okay.
I take care of computer. Well, I do a whole bunch of stuff, but one of the things I do is I grant computer access to networks and stuff. And usually we say 24 hours. You request access, and in 24 hours you should have it. But one guy just today or yesterday, no, actually it was yesterday after I had gone home, applied for access. And since I wasn't there and I went home and slept during the night, I wasn't there to do it. And probably about an hour after he wanted access, he was calling up and emailing and complaining that he didn't have access yet. What's wrong? Oh, no, something must be wrong. I don't have access. Why don't I have access? Because I'm at home sleeping.
Yeah, you have 23 more hours, buddy. Relax.
Exactly. So I went to work, and read his email and thought, well, I was sleeping, that's why. So I'm going to do some other things, and
Yep,
you're going to have to wait some more.
Knew it. Yep, I knew it. I'm going to make you wait a little more. Like you say, 24 hours for a reason, because I can't jump on it immediately.
Yeah, because I might not see the email right away, or it might come after I've gone home, which it did. And there's a million reasons, but 24 hours is good enough to be able to cycle through and get to it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not hard to do it. I mean, if I would have seen it right away, I would have done it right away. But that's just how things work.
Right. That's like Dave said, like that's life. That's just how it works.
Yep.
Can't always get what you want, or you can't always get it when you want it.
Mm-hmm. Just like the song goes.
Yes, sir.
And I think that brings us to the end of all this.
That it does.
Yeah, so let's have some funky music and say the stuff. You can send email and MP3s, make them about a minute long. Dave went for 2 minutes, which that was fine.
We only have one call, so.
Yeah, so make it about a minute, send it to grumpycast@gmail.com. You can follow the show at Grumpycast on Twitter. You can contact me. I am at the Trek Nerd on Twitter, and I do This Week in Trek, and I do TMS's Stump Daryl.
You can find me on Twitter at JoeyImage, and on Grumpycast, and I have my own podcast, That Image Guy, which I don't think I've done an episode in like a month, so maybe I'll do one sometime before the year ends. Check out prowrestlingtees.com/JoeyImage and facebook.com/realjoeyimage. Take care, bye. See you later. Thanks.
See you next time.
Podcasts so crappy, it's like you're not even there.
There.
Yay. I like this video thing. Sometimes I forget that there's people watching.